This is the first time that I've recorded, or that we've recorded an episode since all of my shows have been over.
Yeah, boy.
And I'm not in another one, and I'm just trying to get used to that.
As your boss, I have to tell you, you're no longer allowed to do plays.
Oh, then we're gonna have a problem here.
As your fancy boy boss that don't pay you shit, you're not allowed to do plays.
Well, listen.
Like this is your magnum opus, is a load of BS. It's you acting like you care about this show every single week.
Do I act like I care about the show? I'm doing something wrong.
I try my best to be as complacent and hating it as possible.
I thought that was my bit.
Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time for a load. I'm talking about a load of BS. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, a load of BS, the greatest show on the planet featuring the two best damn men of all time, and I am talking about the B, a man who's a juggalo and a furry. It's Blake.
Wait. No. What?
Yeah.
Oh, God. None of that is true. Although I did link you a video earlier today of a juggalo and a furry.
I know, that's what I was quoting that. And I'm a furry who's also a juggalo. Scottye Moore, what's up?
God, what's happened? We don't record for 2 weeks and then this happens.
Well, my favorite moment of that video was the fact that I was just like, okay, this seems like a parody, and then it cut over to actual Violent J of ICP, and I was like, aw, damn it, son of a bitch.
I was just like, oh, this is real.
Yeah, I feel like if they just didn't have such a violent reputation, I wouldn't be so anti-juggalo, and I don't think I'm anti-juggalo now. It's just like,
would you say that the clown posse makes you insane?
I mean, that might be what it is, dog. I mean, you start off and then they give you all these questions like, fucking magnets, how do those work? And you try to explain it, but then they just make you insane with it.
Exactly. That's what their whole thing is.
That's the whole steez, man. We've unlocked it. They make you insane. Now we have to explain now furries. There's no insanity. It's just, they're into that, I guess.
Yeah, that's whatever floats your fur boat.
Yeah, whatever floats your fur boat, do it. I'm a fucking
furry. Did
you
know
that
Faygo is a product of the National Beverage Corporation, which also makes such wonderful beverages as Ritz, Pure,
well, hold on. Whoa, no.
Shasta, Everfresh, and LaCroix.
Well, Shasta and LaCroix I knew. Can we go back to Ritz? That's already a thing. If this is not some sort of buttery cracker beverage, then they are off the mark quite a bit.
I also it's spelled the same way as the Ritz crackers too. It's got a Z in it.
I feel like that's how Ritz is spelled no matter what. It's not a plural. It's not like I had a singular Rit and then it got into multiple Ritz.
It's just, you'd think it would be an S.
Yeah.
It's not extreme enough. My God, there's a Faygo flavor called Moon Mist.
Oh, God, Faygo. Have you ever drank a Faygo?
I've never actually. I see them scattered all around town. And I just wonder, we've talked about the probable roving bands of juggalos at night that meet in different places and their leavings are scavengeable the next day.
Well, if you see them at a gas station, it's never a gas station you want to stay at. Like, even if it does start off like a nice gas station, you see the Faygo in the cooler, and then you're like, we have to go. We've got to leave now.
We have to run. And you see someone staring down a pack of juggalos with their binoculars, but then all of a sudden you hear a rustling in the bushes next to you. You look over.
They found me.
And they're there.
Whoop, whoop.
Clever clown.
Clever clown. No. What it is you set up a juggalo trap because you want to catch one. And all it is a bottle of Faygo underneath a fucking basket with a stick.
Oh god, they can open doors.
Okay, the movie, it's a shot of a doorknob, and then you just see a hand reach up, and then twist it, and then the door slowly opens, and instead of hearing like that noise from a velociraptor, you just hear whoop 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 whoop. Oh, yeah, okay, I'm down
Why
with that.
is it that of the podcast genre of two boring white guys talking to each other, Juggalos is a very common thread?
Well, my favorite is the fact that someone in the chat just says, "What is this podcast about?"
Oh, God.
We don't know! We're sorry! We just sat down one day and we're like, should we? Let's.
This is literally a podcast called A Load of BS. I do not know what else you're expecting.
It started off like a pun. Like, we were just like, Blake Scottye, it's a load of BS. And then we stopped and we're like, no, we're actually just bullshitting for a long time.
It's a double entendre.
It's a double entendre. Oh, man. So, anyways, back to Juggalos. Oh, man, I don't know if I have... Oh, yeah, no, never mind. You try to catch them in your trap, and then you go, and the box is down. The Faygo's gone, but there's nothing caught in it. And you're just like, what? And then from behind you, you get cracked over the head with a plastic Faygo bottle, which it seems like enough to take you out.
What? You just turn around, like, slightly annoyed. What the fuck, man?
What the fuck was that? Why would you hit me like that, you piece of shit?
And then they smack you with a magnet.
They're like, just tell me how that works, bitch. And then that's it.
Oh. Wakanda for life. Bobby's Kingman.
What? Did you just have a stroke? What just happened?
I was trying to read something in the chat, and I just really did it bad.
Wakanda for life.
It's Wakanda forever, by the way.
It is. It's okay. Oh, they also... I'm sorry, I'm on the Faygo website right now. Damn, they got a lot of flavors, my dude.
Faygo is a deep well of flavor.
Let's see. We have Rock and Rye, Cotton Candy. Rock and Rye would make a good name for a whiskey, by the way.
Yeah.
Moon Mist Blue.
Oh, God.
Something just called 60-40. What is 60-40?
Oh, that's their actual spiked drink.
The secret formula to the sophisticated sipping soda. Motherfucker, you're Faygo. You are not allowed to call yourself a sophisticated sipping soda.
Oh.
It's a 60-40 blend of grapefruit and lime. Don't try 60-40 unless you are 100% committed to having a taste experience.
4, 5, 6, 7. They have a whole line of Ohana flavored Faygo.
Ohana Buns Family.
Ohana Punch, Ohana Lemonade, and Iced Tea.
Do you think this is them directly referencing the Juggalo family? Because Ohana mean family. Whoop whoop.
At this point, like, they got to. Those are the only people that are buying Faygo.
Blake, there's a link at the bottom of the page to help out the Faygo Flavor Master.
Oh, yes. And I know what you're going to suggest. Let's do this.
So, okay, well, hold on. We need a first and last name. So, Johnny.
Don Osmond.
I was going to say Johnny Donatello. Because you had a Don at the beginning.
Oh.
Johnny Donatello the Spaceman. Email aloadofpurebs@gmail.com. What's our flavor name? Or do we need to get our description of it first?
Our flavor name is Wakanda Forever.
No, because then they would have to... We've got to give them something. We've got to give them a part of our brand.
Oh, God, that's a... Oof. Ooh, that's a...
Could
we
be
can call it...
a load of BS.
Just... the worst soda you will ever taste.
No. Since they definitely couldn't be able to print that, we have to elongate the B, so it's a load of B's. And it has, like, this lovely honey taste, but with, like, spiky afternotes.
Okay, I'll give you that. A load of bees.
It's called a load of bees! And bees has to be in all caps. A lovely honey-flavored soda. I'm having to write it like a sommelier, because that's apparently how they write things on this website.
A lovely honey-flavored soda with,
I don't know.
let's see.
I'm thinking like
hints of saffron for the S.
Hints of saffron. Well, no, I want some... I want, like, a sting, so it's gotta be, like...
And whiskey.
With hints of... How about this? Hints of saffron and ginger for a spicy kick. Feel the sting.
The sting.
With a load of bees.
You need to put in a subscript down there in parentheses. This flavor must be endorsed by Jerry Seinfeld.
This flavor... Okay, P.S. This flavor... No. I think if we say it must be, that makes it harder.
This flavor
have...
needs to be.
No, this flavor already endorsed by Jerry Seinfeld.
The world's best bee.
Hashtag, do you like jazz? Oh, if I get any What's saffron fucking taste like?
Dumb stuff.
I'm taking out
It's
saffron.
really expensive.
With hints of ginger and... What's a good spice? I'm just gonna say spices. I'll let them feel it.
I don't know. Maybe, sugar.
Just sugar.
Okay, sugar.
That's it. Someone in chat just goes, I like raw lemon. That's about it.
You know what? Say cinnamon, but spell it with an S.
Well, I was gonna say lemon.
Because it really puts the sin in your Faygo experience.
I think, should we do lemon, ginger, and cinnamon? Or lemon, ginger, and just spices?
God, lemon, ginger, and cinnamon sounds like a horrible combination.
Yeah, I think just spices. A lovely honey-flavored soda with hints of lemon, ginger, and spices for a spicy kick. Feel the sting with a load of bees. I feel like the Jerry Seinfeld makes them think we're not serious, but I'm just gonna submit this message.
Oh, it's fine. Oh, you know what a great spice that starts with an S that we could use? Salt.
Salt! That's it! Your flavor has been suggested to Faygo. Thanks. And it's not an exclamation point, it's a period at the end. As if they're like, fucking thanks, I guess. Like, we're not gonna pick this.
Oh, God. We just missed the golden opportunity to make a honey sriracha flavored soda.
Oh, God. That would possibly kill me. Like, you know this podcast is about to get fucking endorsed by Faygo if we pull this shit off. Are you right, my dude?
Yes.
Like,
I
am prepared.
my body is ready for this in a way that it's never been ready for anything.
Oh, God. Okay, so we've already started off with a banger. We started off with a fucking making our own Faygo flavor. Where do we go now? Because
I don't know. I bought new shoes today.
I was fixed to say, I looked at my notes, and the only note I have for this show is, vapes are cool. That was it. Did I just kill you?
God, you can't say funny things when I'm taking a swig.
Just vapes are cool, and then Blake dies.
Vapes are cool, okay?
Vapes are cool, man. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's just because I got this vibe of like I'm slowly remembering what it's like to go into a vape shop and just like hang out and have cool dudes. You have cool dudes who are just like, "Hey man, what's up? You want to learn some shit?" Awesome.
Are we bringing vape back?
Yeah, we're gonna bring the vape back. Hold on, let's go to Fago.
I mean, vape hasn't been cool since 2015. We got some work to do.
Yeah. Hold on, is there a place we could submit our own flavor for a vape juice? Hold on, wait a minute.
Just go to the Fago website.
Hold on, dude. I'm looking up make your own flavored e-juice right now, and if we can do this, we could probably order it. No, I don't want to fucking do it on my own. I want people to do it for me and send it to me.
You've already had your own experience with making your own flavored e-juice.
Yeah, and it was garbage, Blake. It was the worst. Whoa. Oh, shit. I found it. We can do this.
Oh, God.
How many flavors do we want? We can do up to 3.
Okay. I'm gonna steak.
What? No, I'm
Steak flavored vape juice. Give me the steak.
Okay, I see tobacco flavor, menthol, fruit, beverage, and dessert. I don't know if steak's gonna be in there, dude.
Okay, you're gonna have to find their contact email.
I want steak. Okay. No.
All right.
Let's be serious about this. Fucking take this seriously. We're making our own vape juice.
Well, fun. All right. If it's now, as you well know.
Yeah.
I exclusively get stuff with a little bit of a menthol kick at the end.
Now, hold on. We have options here. We have menthol freeze. I feel like menthol we are resigning ourselves to a fruity flavored thing. Blake, I just found top shelf bourbon. You have no choice. That's our first pick.
All right, that's my good stuff. Okay, good.
Okay, so we got bourbon. What would go good with bourbon? A Cuban cigar?
Cigar, maybe. It's maybe sweet, like a honey flavored.
Just fucking sweet. Let me see if I can find just sweet.
Actually, could we just have bourbon and cereal, please? I mean, that's what I eat every morning for breakfast, so.
Hold on, do they have... Well, Blake, I don't think they have normal cereal, but they do have Fruit Loops. Bourbon and Fruit Loops.
Oh, God. Okay. Well...
Go for it, my man.
I guess we're doing this.
Well, hold on. I did find a caramel tobacco that I think would be very nice with this before we fuck it up. Or do we make it Churchill's breakfast so we have fucking, you know, how Churchill liked to start his day with a cigar, some bourbon, and a bowl of Fruit Loops. Follow your nose wherever it goes.
Actually, Winston Churchill was the man who coined that phrase because he loved Fruit Loops so much, and he followed his nose all the way to Berlin.
Man, I'm actually probably gonna order this, so can we not put fucking Fruit Loops in this? How about a glazed donut? That feels breakfasty to me. Because I'm down with this Churchill's breakfast idea.
Alright, okay, I mean...
I really wanted the Fruit Loops in there, but okay.
I really feel like you're limiting our options on this one, but I'll have to defer to your judgment.
Well, hold on. We have an S, or we have the B from bourbon. So let me see if there's an S for Scottye. I've got shisha.
Oh boy. Do they have a sex on the beach flavor?
No, but I swear to God, cinnamon is under the S section, so that's a bit problematic.
Ooh, well, maybe they had my great idea.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man, do they have, like... Oh, shit. No, I've got it. I've figured out. Maple syrup. And do we do a cigar, or do we do waffles? This is going to be a very rich vape we're creating, Blake.
Yeah, I don't know. See, I feel like I'm afraid the waffles, like, that's the perfect combination, but I feel like it would put it over the edge on sweetness.
Mm-hmm. That's why I was about to say donut, but I don't think donut would work either.
I think a donut would be sweeter.
How about just peanut butter? just throw some peanut butter in there.
Oh god, this is gonna be a thick juice.
Or vanilla,
This has
maybe?
got like 3 C's worth of thickness.
Maybe vanilla.
Nillabilla.
Vanilla, bourbon, and maple syrup. Ooh, chai. They have chai, Blake.
I don't know. I prefer Nilla.
Some Nilla? Okay. Oh, or cookie. But yeah, I think Nilla. We're gonna rock some very vanilla.
Yep. So, Scottye, someone in the chat has described what we look like.
Yeah.
I think Scotty Mo is the Viking Justin Bieber / Ed Sheeran.
I'll fucking take that. I'm fine with that.
I don't know how to feel about this one, but I think you'll enjoy it. Blake Tanner is Nickelback with a crush on Miley Cyrus.
I love it! And oh my god, yes. I love this so much. What's weird? What's weird? My mental picture of Justin Bieber is still like mid-2000s Bieber with like the bowl cut. So
Baby Bieber.
So I was like, why the fuck do they call me Bieber? Oh wait, he's got that Miley Cyrus hair now. I also like that you look like you have a crush on Miley Cyrus. Like, that's it.
Oh, God.
Like it.
It's like, yeah, he's the kind of guy that would have a crush on Miley
You
Cyrus.
look like a dude who would have a crush on Miley. Yeah, okay, so we've made our... What's our vape called? What's it called?
Oh, fuck, this was a bad idea.
What's the juice called? It's bourbon, maple syrup, and vanilla.
No, that was it. Oh, fuck, this is a bad idea.
But it's called... Fuck. Damn it. I don't know, man. How much is this gonna be? I just kind of want to see. Secure checkout.
Ooh.
Oh no, this is... Oh, it's giving me way too much. It's way too... Oh, that's $30 for 2 30ml bottles? Yeah, y'all can go fuck yourselves. Anyways, how you been doing, buddy?
I'm good. I bought shoes today for $20. The real nice pair of shoes that would have normally cost like $80 because they're those kind of that you'd wear if you were in a restaurant. They got real good like grip on them. You stand up in them for a while.
Yeah. Now, Bobby...
They were 2 different sizes, so I got them for a discount.
Yeah. Now, Bobby has brought up a new bit of lore we can incorporate into how we've met a certain ocean person that comes on our podcast recently. They asked why my nails are painted. Just because I fucking want to. Anyways, and then Bobby goes, because he lost them in the Atlantic Ocean. I assume lost to my nails and forced to be taught by the Oceanese tribe. And Blake, I think we both know who the leader of the Oceanese tribe is.
Well, he's actually revered by the Oceanese tribe as their god.
You're damn fucking right. It's me, Mamoakari, god of the Oceanese tribe, god of law, god of the sea. Always good to come on the show with you boys. I heard you're making vape juice now. Can you make one for me?
Oh boy.
Yes.
Is there seashell flavor?
Look, I see you get 3 flavors, and I assume this person has a hefty amount of juice to mix, so, whale pussy, that's first flavor.
Okay. Fuck money, is that a flavor?
Fuck money, and, just that sweet, dank ocean weed. Just so much ocean weed.
Now, how do you ingest the ocean weed to get that good feeling?
Well, we can't snort it because it fucking floats up. We can't smoke it because fire cannot exist under the water. So obviously, rectally. Only possible way, just shove that weed straight up your ass! And then there you go. Alright, well, you guys have fun. I'm gonna go. Bye!
Alright, bye,
Okay.
Momoa!
See, well, I guguess we're gonna have to work on that.
Yeah. I also love that the chat is just talking shit about your forehead, including Captain Tibbs. Tibbs has joined in on talking shit. That's that's a 5-head. This guy fucks. This guy fucks right here. Oh, and you know who else fucks, Blake?
Me?
Yeah! And all of our lovely patrons over at patreon.com/a-load-of-BS. That's right, ladies and shit. Oh, fuck. Sorry, I keep reading the chat about Blake's forehead. But, of course, if you want to help us out, always go to patreon.com/a-load-of-BS and support us however you want to. You get access to our exclusive Discord. You get shouted out every single week on A Load of BS, like the Patreon Saint, Deborah Moore, like Scott Moore, like Miss Jenny Side, like all of our favorites. And if you want to join them, if you want to join the BS Moon Marines, you can over at patreon.com/a-load-of-BS.
Oh, I'm so happy we called them the Moon Marines.
I know, right? You saw the fucking shirt, right? It's dope as hell.
You're damn straight, son.
Yeah, son. But I will say, I thought we could have, like, just discussed our lives and everything that's happening, but then I realized that it's the finals, Blake Tanner, and it's a 2-segmenter.
Oh, to all the 4 people in the chat who are about to be massively confused.
Oh, well, let's do a little recap of the BS Buckwild Movie Tournament over the past 4 fucking months. Me and Blake have just delved the cinemas for the most ridiculous, insane, not always garbage, movies possible. And it's all come down to this, BT.
Here we go.
And it is Bad Lieutenant, Port of
Call,
Port of Orleans,
Port of New Orleans Call,
Burt Wonderstone, Port of Orleans, Magic Seas.
With Nicolas Cage.
With Nicolas Cage versus I just watched it and it's already got its way out of my fucking head, dude. Nothing but trouble. Just had to say it quietly. So let's start off with an analyst of Bird
Bad Lieutenant.
Bird Lieutenant. The story of a bird who
became a lieutenant.
Who became a lieutenant. Well, I feel like since I've actually seen it now, we can really get into the dankness of it.
God, it's a trip.
So to start the film off, Nicky Cage just is a dick to a man who's drowning for no fucking reason.
This is after he realizes that man has been accidentally left in prison during Hurricane Katrina, and he goes to save him, but he's such a massive knob to him.
He's a dick the whole time. They start making bets about when he's gonna die, and then finally Nicolas Cage is like, alright, I guess I'm gonna fucking save you, you piece of shit. Rips off, like, his clothes, and then... See, here's the problem I had. He dives into the water... Cut. You don't see him rescue him. You don't see what happens. You just see Nick hit water, and that's it. And then a doctor is just like, yeah, your back's fucked up, and you're going to be in pain for the rest of your life. And he's like...
Actually, as he dove into the water, he misjudged how deep it was, and he smacked his neck. And the prisoner ended up rescuing him.
Yeah, it was exact opposite scenario. But for this, he was promoted to... Bad Lieutenant, or just Lieutenant. But I would have loved, because in Nothing But Trouble, they did have a scene where they said, well, God, you're nothing but trouble, and it was a good groaner. I would have loved if there was a moment where it was just like, son, you're one bad lieutenant. Port of Call, New Orleans.
I would love it even more if Nicolas Cage is the one that said that, like, oh man, you know, I'm a good cop, but I'm a bad lieutenant.
Yeah. No. It's to, like, one of the It's to like one of the various random women he has sex with throughout the entire movie. They're just like, I want to stay with you. You seem like you could protect me. And he's just like, honey, I'm one bad lieutenant. And then he gets on a motorcycle and drives away.
As his head turns into a skull.
Yeah. I'm also Ghost Rider. Okay, from there we cut to like 6 months in the future, where apparently a lot's happened in Nikki's life because now, homeboy doing a lot of cocaine. Like, Nicolas Cage's cocaine technique in this movie might be my favorite thing on the planet. Because I feel like if I did cocaine, if I did coke, I feel like I would try because it's expensive, I would not be as frantic as he is. Because he's, like, sniffing for gold on his hand. Whereas I feel like I would get very specific and make sure I got every last bit of that coke up.
You gotta get your money's worth.
So, yeah, that happened. And then the movie kind of just keeps going. And then there's, like, a turning point of buck wildness. Which I think both of these movies had. But for me, the turning point was when his bookie, who he owes like $3,000 to, is just like, I'll give you an extra half a point, which I don't know what that means because I don't fucking bet. And he's like, I'll give you an extra half a point if you could get my daughter's, like, I think she was speeding. If you can get her speeding thing revoked, you get extra half a point. And then cut to the most CGI'd crocodile lying dead on the side of the road. Like, there's just a gator there, like, yeah. And then Nick Cage just runs up to the angriest trooper of all time and is like, excuse me, I can see you're dealing with this whole fucking alligator situation. But could you get this woman out of a speeding ticket? And the guy basically tells him to fuck off. And this is where I met probably my favorite character in the entire film. And it's where there was a scene where you saw a POV of the baby crocodile or the baby alligator looking at its mama and then, like, turning and walking away. And all I could think was just like, I want to know his story. I want to know the baby crocodile.
He grew up to be the transvestite alligator from All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he grew up to be Killer Croc in Suicide Squad.
No, he's a man croc.
He's a
Killer
man,
croc.
Not a croc man. He's a man croc.
Not a croc man. Man croc. Mm-hmm. You're a whole croc of man.
Yeah. So after losing Baby Croc and not seeing him for the rest of the movie, which, by the way, I thought the way they treated that opening scene where he, like, dives in and it cuts, I thought for the rest of the movie you were gonna have these random, like, flashbacks where you see the rest of it so you can kind of understand more. Nah, fucking Werner Herzog was like, you know all you need to know.
Oh, yes, I believe you get to the point.
He hurt his back. I had a man come to him and tell him that his back is hurt. So you know his back is hurt.
I mean, really, what more do you need? It would have gotten in the way of really hitting home the pointlessness of life that I believe this movie accurately portrays.
Yo, dog, for real, though. Although, I'll say the ending, and I guess we're going to kind of skip ahead, the ending has a pretty anti-Herzog thing. Because, like, everything kind of starts to come up aces for old Detective Nicky Cage.
It does really turn around for him at the end.
Like,
I think that's one of the most wild things is that, like, in this movie where the craziest shit happens and you think this is, like, just gonna be horrible for this guy, no, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, no. There's, like, a scene where it's literally 3 interactions in a fucking row. Like, he punched out a dude that was beating up his prostitute girlfriend, and then that dude his dad sent gang members after Nicolas Cage, and then Nicolas Cage got them all dead, but one of their souls was still dancing, so they shot him again. That guy comes back and is like, oh, I don't want any problems, so no one's coming after you anymore, and he leaves. Then the book...
That was the scene that got this movie to the finals.
Oh, yeah. His soul is still dancing. But then
Shoot him again.
Then after that, second man walks in, and it's his bookie, and he's like, you've actually won $5,000 off that football game. Awesome, man. And then third dude walks in and is just like, yo, we found a crack pipe that Nicolas Cage planted on the scene that has all the evidence, so we can take this guy out. It's all in the set. It was so insane that I genuinely thought that Nicolas Cage was still high on a crack pipe and he was fantasizing all of this. And the end of the movie was going to be him like OD'd on crack in a chair staring forward. And then Vernon would be like, yes, all of your dreams will never come true. Look at my example.
I like to think that that was originally going to be the end, but Nicolas Cage was like, yeah, but what if we don't do that?
What if it was all happy, and then my girlfriend is now pregnant with my child, and I'm promoted to Captain Nicolas Cage?
As you know what, I may have been a bad lieutenant, but I'm a good captain.
Yeah, that's the sequel. Good Captain, Port of Call Orleans.
Yeah.
I will. My favorite part is at the end where the dude he saved at the beginning of the movie finds him in like a hotel room doing cocaine, and instead of doing what any normal human being would do, which is say, you're doing cocaine, I'm calling the police, instead he's like, you saved my life, man, let's talk and hang out. And then,
Alright, you want to start?
you want to snort this? And then
Just kidding, you violated your parole, bitch.
get back in there. That was good, but my favorite was when Nick just kind of looks at him with this dead-ass creepy smile and is just like, what do the fish think? It's something like that. It's so fucking weird. And then the next scene is literally just Nick and the guy he saved in front of a massive fish tank saying nothing. And then Nick just kind of laughs. End of film.
I think that, like, one of the biggest Buckwild positives for this movie, it is just the hallucinations that Nicolas Cage's character has.
I'm still not convinced that the ending was real. I still think it might have been Nick Cage on a huge, like, cocaine bender.
And you see, that is the beauty.
The beauty of the hopelessness of life.
Because you so fill yourself with hopelessness in the movie that you can only see hopelessness at the end. That is why I gave it a good ending, so no matter what, you would feel hopeless.
No, I will say my favorite scene is still when he takes a bump of what he thinks is cocaine, and he's just like, fuck! And in the next scene, you see him run into his apartment, look at his girlfriend, and is like, give me the crack rock now. I did heroin, so now I've got to balance it out with some cocaine. I'm like, that's not good math.
Now, you see, that's what Uma Thurman's character needed in Pulp Fiction, a Nicolas Cage to say, no, wait, that's heroin you're snorting.
Yeah. I've learned. Which, oh man, I think we need to talk about just the weird, his voice goes through a change, a metamorphosis. And I don't know if it's him trying to play up, like, the cocaine affecting his nostrils or what, but he goes from, like, normal Nicolas Cage up into this kind of, like, old school detective cadence in the middle of it. And I don't know where it came from.
This is probably Nicolas Cage at his peak of voice work.
Because I was going to say, like, the one thing this movie didn't have that Vampire's Kiss, which is easily his magnum opus had, is a weird fucking voice. And as soon as I thought that, he started doing that, like, man, I'm an old school gangster, see? Like, I was like, okay, good, he thought about it. He thought about it and brought it back.
Yep. That's the one feature that you need to look for in a Nicolas Cage movie. If he doesn't do the funny voice, then it's just not worth it.
Yeah, you might as well just stay away, my dude. It's garbage. It's a Garbo movie. So yeah, I'm trying to think if there's like anything else that was super buck wild that hasn't been brought to the... Oh, have we shown the clip? And I'm not going to show it because the last clip we showed Nick got really mad at us. Have we shown the clip of Nicolas Cage almost killing an old woman?
No, I don't. I think that's the one that I had in the chamber that I never got around to showing.
Okay.
I think I showed it to you at one point off the air, or or I talked about it off the air, but that's a real big one.
Well, here's the thing. At least they set it up to where the old woman was like a curmudgeonly old wasp, and I kind of hated her. So I felt a little bit less bad, because the original time I saw it was just a clip of Nicolas Cage walking up to this old woman, taking out her oxygen tubes and being like, "This woman's gonna die in about 5 minutes. No one knows I'm in here, so they're gonna pin it on you. And you are gonna go to jail. And you are gonna lose your job." And I'm like, fuck, Nick, okay.
Oh, I did kind of feel bad for the nurse at that point.
Well, no, it got even better at the end, because he, like, puts the tubes back in, and they fall out, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And then he just flips the fuck out again. Like, he's just like, "Love you guys so much. Have a good day." "I should kill you both right fucking now. You're what's wrong with America today." I'm like, whoa, Nick, calm down.
Oh.
I will say the magnum opus of crazy in this movie, and I don't even know if there's a clip of this on YouTube, is when he's smoking crack with, like, the drug dealer he's trying to bring down.
Oh, yeah.
And he just goes off. Nick goes full unbridled crazy, and that's it.
There are a few, like, clip montages around on YouTube that's like the top 10 crazy moments in Port of Bad Lieutenant. And it's stuck somewhere in one of those. Mm-hmm. But I remember seeing it. He's just, like,
laughing at him. He's just like, "How about you give me my crack, or else I can send you to jail." I'm like, "Nick, please stop, Nick."
Oh, also, God, Nick.
The scene... Did you feel uncomfortable with the scene where Nick Cage cuckolded a young crack addict?
Oh, yes, that was very... bad.
It was bad. This movie treated, like, I don't think anyone came out of this movie looking good at all.
No.
Nick Cage looked like an asshole. If you the treatment of the black community by this film is pretty rough.
Oh, yeah.
If you're not that one lawyer, you live in the ghetto and you're a drug dealer. Like, Werner, could you not? Werner? I feel like that's the only reason that lawyer was casted as a black man, was the fact that Werner Herzog was like, "Okay, we're going to get some complaints about this."
I felt a little bad about that. It was,
Except,
although I will say,
no, I didn't. I don't feel bad about anything.
Actually, I don't feel bad about anything, because feeling bad is just a construct of humanity and society, and it really gets in the way.
And eat a dick.
Eat a dick.
Eat all the dicks. My name is Werner Herzog. Man, I'm trying to remember just everything that went wrong in this movie. Because it's a Buckwild movie, and it's a crazy movie. But it's not, like, bad, but it's not good either. This is straight up kind of just, like, a basic Nicolas Cage crazy movie.
Mm-hmm. It is, however, one of my favorite Nicolas Cage movies.
It's up there. I think because I kind of like supernatural stuff a little bit more, Vampire's Kiss might be a little bit better. Oh, yeah, now...
The thing that I love about Vampire's Kiss, though, is... it's supernatural up to the point that you realize, oh no, it's just Nicolas Cage's character hallucinating again.
Yeah. Oh shit, I forgot about my favorite character of all time, and it's the guy who... I feel bad for saying my favorite character was the guy who beat Nicolas Cage's prostitute girlfriend, but his performance was the most insane thing in the entire movie, because he's just like, "Oh yeah, you shouldn't have done that." "Yeah, whoa, man, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa." He, like, leaves, he closes the door, opens it again, whoa, man, closes it.
God.
And then later when he came back and it was like, "Man, I talked to my dad. You don't have... that particular complaint has been pulled. You have nothing to worry about." Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. He just kept saying, "Oh, yeah," over and over again, and I lost my shit.
God. Okay, there's a question that I'd like to ask you before we get to our next movie, though.
Okay.
Do you think, after watching both of these movies for the first time, that both of these deserve to be in the spots they're in?
I will say, Nothing But Trouble, definitely. I would have to go back and kind of rejudge everything against Bad Lieutenant, though. Because I think Bad Lieutenant was a little bit too normal at parts for me. Bad Lieutenant seemed like a bunch of normal with Buckwild sprinkled in. So it had like a lovely topping of Buckwild. Meanwhile, like if Buckwild was sprinkles, this would be a nice sundae. Nothing But Trouble would be a bucket of sprinkles. And that's it.
Alright, then let's get into it.
But Blake, before we get into it, we do need to get into merch.aloadofpurebs.com. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to pick up your official BS merch, you can over at merch.aloadofpurebs.com. We got stuff for all our shows: fun fiction, opposite attractions, fight boys, and then, of course, a load of BS. I make a brand new shirt every single month that I put on the website, so if you want to grab it, make sure to go over to merch.aloadofpurebs.com. Now, Blake, I was having, a good day. I was having a good-ass day. I'd seen Bad Lieutenant, was having a good time, and I was like, well, now it's time to watch Nothing But Trouble. And that's where it started to go downhill rapidly.
Oh, boy.
Because here's the thing. I got a message from you that said, I started Nothing But Trouble, but the minute the word Brazilianaires came up, I had to stop it. But I did find it on YouTube, which, what the fuck? I didn't think, it's on, like, the buy it on YouTube thing, but it's also just on YouTube in general. The problem, and it's a problem we've run into with some of our videos before, is the fact that there is copywritten music in the movie. So YouTube did not recognize that the movie was a Hollywood film, but it did recognize, like, oh, wait, hold on, that's Digital Underground. We gotta cut that out.
Oh, yeah, we can't do that. Ooh, I'm sorry, no underground tonight.
We cannot do that. Oh, man. So, I feel like this movie also had a Buckwild, like, turning point. And I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think it's when they first get into Vulcanvania. I think it's during that car chase scene.
Oh, you mean the moment that John Candy pulls out his souped-up fast car?
Yeah, souped-up fast car John Candy in the slowest, fast-paced scene I've ever seen in my life. Because it was just like, there are two cars and they are going. The O.J. Simpson police chase had more excitement than this one. I was just like, okay, I'm just going to show you guys some shots of stuff. And so after they get... Also, the Brazilianaires are the cause of, like, all the problems in this movie, right?
Yep. Although, it is Chevy Chase's want to, like, not go on the interstate that ends them up, like, gets them where they are.
Yeah. It's straight up all fucking the Brazil... Because the Brazilianaires were like, oh, yes, we want to come with you tomorrow. Like, fucking...
Oh, yeah, and they're the ones that tell him to run from the cops, don't they?
Yeah. Firstly, the Brazilianaires... uninvited, are just like, oh, we'll come with you, we're going to go, it's going to be great. Horrible accents from both of them. Then they get in the car, the police start to pull him over because he ran a stop sign, and then they're like, escape the police, go, and he's just like, there is even a moment where he's like, no, I'm just going to pull over, like, I wasn't going that fast, and they're like, it was literally like don't be a pussy, do it.
Yep.
And then leads them on the wild goose chase. And the most buckwild thing about that is they're the only two who come out on top in this movie.
Yeah, they don't have any repercussions whatsoever. I was fully expecting them to be like the two people in the group that gets killed.
Because they needed to. So then they end up in Vulcanvania where...
Like, how did these two motherfuckers survive when the lawyers in Jurassic Park get the ending that they do, and they're just like dudes?
Because that was directed by Steven Spielberg, and this was written by Dan, now owns a vodka company, Aykroyd. Because at that point, I think he was like, I probably need to stop making movies. I could just make vodka now. That'd be fine, right? Man,
much better at that than the movies.
I've got a love-hate relationship with the good judge.
As well, I believe you should.
because like he's got this kind of funny, quirky attitude, but then it's just undercut by Dan Aykroyd, and it's the worst thing on the planet.
Like the way that I have best heard this described, and it's on the Flophouse episode about this, is that you know how the blowjob scene in Ghostbusters was all Dan Aykroyd?
Oh yeah.
And if he had his way, it would have been much longer and much more.
Yeah.
It's like if that whole scene was a movie.
Well, not only that, and also had a lot of kiddie bullshit in it for no... Like, they're dropped into a dungeon that's filled with squeaky toys.
Toys, yeah. Like it's a fucking ball pit and shit.
Okay, it was
like...
a bad decision. We'll just say that right now. But it may have been a good decision in one way. Because the squeaking sounded like bats, so it did make it a little bit creepier until you realized that they were just stepping on fucking squeaky toys, and that was it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that was some, and then the dinner scene, Blake.
The dinner scene is one of God.
The sound effects coming out of that man's mouth, I cannot replicate, because we will lose listeners. It was so bad.
And there's the one scene, or there's the one cutaway in that scene that like. So you know when Chevy Chase is looking at the judge just as he's eating that hot dog.
Yeah.
And he looks away and you see the judge's nose is very different from the rest of the movie. That prosthetic nose that he's wearing. Where it just looks like a tiny penis on his face.
It happened a lot. There was a lot of tiny penis on that nose. Another one of the bizarre moments, and I actually sent this to you, is the fact that he served Hawaiian Punch out of like a weird ass oil can.
Oh yeah, like he gets the oil, like the tube for an oil can. He sticks it onto this big ass can of Hawaiian Punch, and that's what they drink. Mm-hmm. And it's warm.
Yeah. And then they eat like hot dogs. And what was the other thing he had? Oh yeah, ants on a log. It was all like very much like kid food. I was waiting for them to get a plate of Cheerios.
It's like, this man is said to be over 100 years old. How?
Yeah. That was bad. So after that,
I love the train that delivers their food, though.
Oh, yeah. One of my favorite YouTubers, William Osman, he made something similar to that, but a lot less creepy and a lot more just ridiculous, called the Gravy Train. And it was just a train that came around and dispensed gravy onto people. So
that is another thing that I love about the judge, like just the fact that all of his weird contraptions around the house.
Oh yeah,
and that's like his main thing.
Mm-hmm. And to an extent of like, why would you have this? Like the hallway that has literally it will close off everything down the hallway thing.
Yep. Or Mr. Bone Stripper.
Mr. Bone Stripper. We've talked enough about Mr. Bone
Stripper. But really, Mr. Bone Stripper.
Yeah. But what we haven't talked about is Demi Moore and how she tried her best. That poor sweet girl.
Oh, she tried. I don't think I've ever seen a relationship in a movie that is just the most like on Demi Moore's face. Do we have to do this? I don't want to do this. Do our characters have to be in a relationship during this movie? Please, God, no.
Yeah. Also, like, God, the scene where she's, like, kissing him and she's just, like, openly talking about all the tropes about bad women in movies. Just like, I fall for everything. I'm such a sucker. I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, this is fucking problematic as shit. This is terrible.
Mm-hmm. This is very obtuse writing that was obviously done by a Dan Aykroyd man.
Mm-hmm. Also, that was the scene where she also says, "You're nothing but trouble," and I just kind of screamed internally for a few minutes. Look, the relationship between her and Chevy Chase was so forced that the relationship between her and Bobo and Lil Devil seemed like, wow, she really loves these guys.
In the end, I wanted, on the other end, I wanted Chevy Chase to just marry Drag John Candy.
Which we've said it before, he does make a pretty woman.
He do, like, dang.
I still love the scene where they're talking about her and they're just like, Dan Aykroyd's just like, or not Dan Aykroyd, Chevy's just like, well, she seems shy, and he's like, she's a mute. Oh, okay, you're just gonna reveal that really quickly.
This is one of those moments where John Candy is just like, I'm not gonna have to talk, am I?
Please don't.
I will wear the wedding dress for you, but I just don't want to talk.
Well, I'll say, like, his police persona is the most charming motherfucker on the planet. Like, he really took over the film for this.
Yeah. Like, he feels like the only actual decent person in the movie.
Yeah, 100%. He seems like a really good, genuine dude. So that's why, like, the worst people and the best people have the happy ending, which is John Candy and the Brazilian heirs.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the minute John Candy is just like, hey, could y'all not, like, sentence them to death for once? Like, they're decent people. And they're like, no, we can't. And the fact that
that was the only time that John Candy was wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Please don't kill anybody. For the most of the times in the movie where, like, the music would cut out because YouTube realized, like, oh no, it's playing copyright music, I was happy because I was like, I can skip this. I did get mad, however, when fucking Digital Underground had to play music for their freedom, and I was like, fuck yeah, this song bangs, this song's a bop. And then it cut out, and I was like, damn it, no!
God, there is something special about that scene when the judge, Dan Aykroyd, just pops up and starts going to town on his old-ass piano.
That was a moment I fell out and almost thought this was a good movie, Blake. I was like, yes! Get it, Judge! Good boy!
Well, that was because the sound was being laid down by the underground.
Yeah. I did love the fact that, Tupac is in this fucking movie.
Yep. This is his acting debut.
Yeah. And secondly, I love that whoever the lead singer is, whose alter ego is Humpty Hump, he came in character as Humpty Hump. He was like, nah, y'all, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna do it as the Humpty. And then I'm sure Dan Aykroyd was like, yeah, let's do this.
Oh, hell yeah. You can't not do that if you're not a Humpty Hump. Mm-hmm. It is Shock G, by the way. I had to look it up.
Shock G.
Yeah.
I will say one of my favorite scenes, and that's really hard to say, is the scene where the judge and Chevy Chase have their little fight in his bedroom, and Dan Aykroyd is just screaming out random shit. He's just like, I'ma stick you with my blade. I'm gonna fill you with so many holes you're gonna look like a salt shaker. And I'm like, okay, buddy. Have fun. His voice for the judge is the best. Because
you're gonna be sentenced you to death.
Because there are moments where it just sounds like Dan Aykroyd, but then there are moments where he's like, well, you're gonna get your puppers and your uppers and your downers and all of your cocaines, and then I'm gonna put you in the bone stripper.
You're gonna be dead.
Into a bone stripper! Man, I will say my favorite moment of it, this movie had more endings than Lord of the Rings. Because my favorite moment was when, like, they escape on the train and then go to Washington and they have to explain everything they've been through, which is kind of like having to explain the movie to our audience. And then the police are like, well, we'll take him down. At which point I remember...
But come with us, specifically.
Yeah, come with us. And I remember from one of your earlier synopsises, oh no, they're fucking taking him back and they're gonna get arrested again and this movie's not over. Son of a bitch! Oh, man. And I did love the scene. I did love that scene. Because it was tacked on for no apparent reason. It was literally wouldn't it be cool if this... Alright, cool. And then we're gonna blow up the town.
And then the town just blows up.
Mm-hmm.
There's no rhyme nor... The town just finally decides, you know what? I've had enough of this.
Well,
existing is too hard.
They've talked about, like, the coal fires underneath and how the judge, like, hates bankers and I don't know why. And then, so I guess, like, that's the payoff. That's Chekhov's coal mine.
Chekhov.
You can't set up a coal mine in Act 1 and not pay it off in Act 3.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe Dan Aykroyd was like, oh, wait a minute, the coal mine thing. I've got to put that in the movie somehow. Well, let's just shoehorn this in really quickly.
It's like, but Dan, we've already shot the ending when they take them back and
they
the
have
police come and get you.
They have a happy life. No, we gotta change it. And then the ending is the most cartoon shit of all time.
Oh, it's so... Oh, God.
I've got you, banker.
Bank, we're coming for you, banker.
And then he leaves a Chevy Chase-shaped hole in the back. Well, my favorite was still when he reacted like he had been shot by jumping over the side of the fucking couch as he sees him. Like, oh my God.
Yep.
That was
God.
that was on par with one of my favorite movie moments of all time that when I first saw it I didn't think was a big deal until somebody brought it up online, and it's from The Dark Knight. And it's the scene, I think you know this one, where the Joker goes to see Harvey Dent after he got turned into Two-Face. And he's got the surgical mask on, and Harvey just looks up at him like he's his nurse, and he doesn't realize until after he takes off the mask that it's the Joker.
It's just like, wait a minute.
Yeah, he's got the dark makeup and everything, and Harvey's like, this seems fine. Oh God,
Oh,
it's him!
It's just Janice, the green-haired clown nurse.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so Blake, we're at it, my boy. We're at
Scottye,
the finals.
I think that after this synopsis, and after this just going over it, like, there really is only one choice.
There is only... I feel like we made it clear at the end of the last segment that there was only one choice.
Yeah.
And it's the big bowl of sprinkles that is nothing but trouble.
It is the silver bullet that
Silver bullet!
I loaded in my chamber to shoot straight through the heart of the werewolf beast that was the BS Buckwild Movie Challenge.
Yeah, well, not only that, I love the fact that, like, a few weeks ago, we were like, Bad Lieutenant's gonna be the good guy in this story, and they're gonna come back and defeat nothing but trouble. And then after watching it this week, I'm like, no, they're both bad guys. It's either horrible Nick Cage racism or shitty Dan Aykroyd. That's it. I will say, Bobo and Little Devil were probably the shining light inside of Nothing But Trouble, though.
Oh, those precious boys.
They were so sweet. Other than the fact that they look like melting babies. It was the worst.
It's they only wanted love from specifically Demi Moore.
Yeah. I mean, Demi Moore in that outfit, I don't blame him. So, it... Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Congratulations, Nothing But Trouble. You've done it. We never have to talk.
Fucking metal.
We never have to talk about you again.
Until we do the riff track.
Yeah, we still have to do the riff tracks for our patrons. So if you want to hear that, make sure to donate over at patreon.com/aloadedbs. Anyways, so Blake, it's been a week. What did you learn, dude?
I learned that it doesn't matter if it's something with a few sprinkles on it or if it's just a whole bowl of sprinkles. They're just gonna be as unhealthy for you as watching either of these movies.
It's full of racism, either way.
Oh.
And I learned that everybody out there, y'all gotta get out to your nearest shitty sit-go gas station and pick up your fresh new bottle of A Load of Bees. The greatest flavor for Faygo to ever come out with.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah. So, Blake, where can they find you on the internet, my dude?
You can find me at Blake A. Tanner on Twitter. You can also find me at The Darkroom Vidya on YouTube. That's Darkroom Vidya.
Yeah.
I do video game videos with other people, and we suck at them.
Yeah. You know there's like a building in Universal Studios called The Dark Room, and every time I gotta step by it, like, aw, Blake's in there playing video games with his friends.
Oh, yeah, that's our satellite office.
Yeah. That's how I get into Universal so easily. And you can find me on Twitter at ScottyMo. That's spelled SCOTTYEMO. Make sure to buy all my books on Amazon. Queasel Corp, the whole trilogy is out. BS versus the Gods. All of my fantastic novels. Make sure to check those out. And, of course, make sure to sign up for a free 30-day trial of Audible, and you can get the audiobook for Queasel Corp or Queasel Corp Risen for absolutely free, and hopefully sometime this month the audiobook for BS versus the Gods will be out as well. It's a story about me and Blake taking on Grecian gods in a battle that's essentially of supernatural American gods, and alcohol all kind of combined into one story. So make sure to check that out, and check out all the other BS Network programs at aloadofpurebs.com. If you like fan fiction and hearing two people talk about that, check out Fun Fiction. If you like pro wrestling, check out Fight Boys. And if you like theme parks, check out Opposite Attractions, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, remember to pick up your BS merch at merch.loadofpurebs.com, and to help us out by rating and supporting on iTunes. We know it's not the easiest to kind of help monetarily, but if you would just help us out with a rate, a subscribe, all of that, that would help us out so much, and we'd love you forever for it. And as always, you can find us at aloadofpurebs.com. Buy our merch at merch.aloadofpurebs.com. Donate to the Patreon. Find us on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. And remember to follow both of us on Twitter at aloadofpurebs, except no substitutes. And we will see you next week.